Greetings, Earthlings. Zube here with the daily report for today, which is May 18th, 2021. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is below. We have the sun in the last degrees of Taurus, and there is going to be a square with the moon. The moon is in Leo and will be moving later this afternoon into Virgo. So the first quarter moon square is where we're coming up against an obstacle or something, right? And it's a point of frustration that needs to be overcome. Like, are we really dedicated to anything as big or little, micro, macro, as sounds right for you, okay? Or appropriate or whatever. We also have Venus trining Saturn. So Venus trine Saturn. Venus is our relationships to other people, feeling connected, our wants and our desires. And Saturn is integrity, authority. And so what that could look like is, I feel like working relationships could be really helpful today, and whether that's actually at work or working on a personal issue. But if we find a connection that feels really solid and forward moving, not somebody who will like falsely boost you, but somebody who might even have a differing opinion or something like that, but genuinely has um, your heart and your happiness in their wants for you. You know what I mean? Not somebody who wants you to do what they want you to do, but like somebody who's like, well, let's look at things this way, and maybe you should look at it that way. Not being manipulative, but in the sense of like hearing another perspective and moving forward. I'm gonna pull some cards. So we have the King of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. That's really funny. So the King of Cups is the most feminine of the masculine cards, right? He's the most feminine of the kings. And the Queen of Swords is the most masculine of the queens. This is air feminine, and this is water masculine, right? That's kind of funny. There's a balance, and I always think of Venus, and Saturn is like a dad, he's like a strict dad and he wants the best for you. So his lessons aren't always fun, but he really has your best interest at heart. That's what I was trying to say earlier. And Venus is like his daughter. And so when they're in a good aspect, it's like working with someone who wants you to be you, right? And will foster and encourage your you-ness while encouraging you to act right and like to do right, Anyway, the King of Cups is he is masculine, but he's emotional, and he's self-possessed about his emotions, but he's not detached in any way. He's very connected emotionally. And then the Queen of Swords is feminine, and the swords are air, so that's mentality. She's very decisive and discerning. Discernment was one thing that came up with me today, especially with regard to people that you're connected to. The moon is going to move into Virgo, where we're going to feel practical. We're going to want to make changes that are like small and incremental, in order to propel us forward into like towards a bigger picture, right? The Virgo likes to dig into the details and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like a true balance of this masculine and feminine energy, really combined, like sorting things out relationship wise, to overcome obstacles and to move past things that are tough. So looking for somebody who is encouraging but isn't going to co-sign our bullshit, you know. I'm gonna pull a bitch card, speaking of bullshit. And with the sun in the last degrees of Taurus, like we are in the last degrees of manifesting and aiming towards like the material reality, the things that we have, the things that we own, what we value, uh, focusing on bringing that into being. Okay. And then the sun will be moving into Gemini, where it's going to be all about our thoughts and um, other people and communicating and educating ourselves. Anyway. Take a shot. Don't take 12. Take one. Okay, maybe two. Move on. Yeah. So the moon is going to move into opposition to Jupiter. It's squaring the sun. We could have an obstacle and just throw our hands up and be like, fuck this, it's bullshit, whatever. This is like, you know, take a shot. I really shouldn't like condone that because I don't drink at all. And honestly, I don't even know if I was an alcoholic and I quit drinking for that reason. Now that I'm kind of into the whole woo-woo thing, like the thought of drinking doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. But anyway, a shot of, I don't know, fuck it water, you know. Don't take 12, take one. Okay, maybe two. Move on. Just move on. If something is not going perfectly, don't, you know, fall down, don't give up, don't be overly dramatic about it. Find somebody who's going to be like, yeah, that sucks. Now keep doing your shit and we'll figure that part out. That's kind of what today feels like. Anyway, have a great day on earth. Peace. Namaste.